The bombing has continued for 21 months. The bombing hasn't stopped. Traumatized. Imagine the trauma of these people. The trauma that will go down generations. The children aren't dead, they're injured. And if they're not injured, they're traumatized. Whole families have been targeted. They've targeted the doctors. Catch the documentary on Channel 4 about doctors in Gaza. If you can bear to watch it, it's harrowing, but it's telling us the truth of what is happening to these people. And it's happening now, absolutely happening now, while we walk along, while we go shopping, while we have a coffee. These people are dying, shot at aid posts, shot by snipers, trying to get money to keep their families alive. That means nothing, carry on, but it means something. Take a leaflet, sign a petition, do something. Boycott Israeli goods in the shops. Justice for the Palestinian people. After decades and decades and decades of injustice, and now a wholesale genocide. Not just massacres in Gaza, also in the West Bank. Whole cities have been cordoned off. People can't move in the West Bank. Settlers attacking them. Justice for those poor murdered children of Gaza. And it hasn't stopped. There isn't a ceasefire yet. We are demanding you ask your MPs to demand ceasefire. To stop the carnage, to stop the barbarism, because that's what it is. It's barbarism.
There are 100,000 hostages held in Israeli jails.
Do people who commit genocide allow those people into their hospitals and into jobs? What about Egypt that's on the other side?
Yeah, well,
Why does no one care about Egypt that haven't opened their borders?
Well, of course that's wrong.
Is it not just an anti-Semitic thing? What about the Chinese government? No one's boycotting Chinese shops.
Of course that's wrong as well. Of course that's wrong. Of course that's wrong.
You don't
Yeah.
have to answer me because you know I'm right.
I don't know what you're saying.
And do you know how offensive that watermelon is? That watermelon symbolises the destruction of an entire country. Do you know what that country has done for society? It created your mobile phone technology. It created cancer medication that has probably saved people's lives.
It's killed 20,000 children.
And do you know that?
So you're not answering that
For
question.
Palestine.
But do you know that?
20,000 children. What
But
do you
there's
say
real
about that?
genocide happening in places like Yemen and
Well,
Sudan.
widening it. 20,000 children.
But there's real genocide happening elsewhere that nobody cares about because
All
it
the
doesn't
hospitals,
involve Jewish people.
all the hospitals have been destroyed.
Ultimately, this isn't about anything else but hatred.
You destroy the young people.
Reducing to that, of course, and that's
My
the
dear,
argument.
that's
It's
not
a
true.
reduction.
I do understand your point, but that's not true.
Reduction into
Palestine is freedom, but not from Israel, from their own government.
So why are you doing this, what, to kill 20,000 children?
Do they not need freeing from Hamas?
Palestinians are not all members of Hamas. Just as they not every Israeli supports
Israel puts
Netanyahu.
down their guns, then Israel is no more. If
Netanyahu-
Hamas puts down their guns, then war is over.
I don't think, no, that's not, there's
Are you
no
filming
logic to
me?
your argument.
So,
You're going to say, yeah,
but it's
so
true.
20,000 children, you still haven't answered. How is that okay?
But what about what Hamas
No,
are doing?
all right, but how is that okay?
What about Hamas are doing?
Well, you're not answering, so it's up to you.
You're
but
not answering me either.
destroying all the hospitals, how is
What
that
Hamas
okay?
did was an atrocious massacre, and
Hamas
nobody's
put themselves
disputing
in
that.
hospitals and in schools. The idea.
So the 20,000 children that you won't
But
answer
they
about,
let people know.
so it's the babies and the children, it's their fault, is it?
But
They
it's not
deserve
Israel's
to
fault
die.
either.
They deserve to
It's not
die.
Israel's fault either.
No, I don't think
Well,
anybody's
they-
saying
Israel
it's Israel's
protects their
fault.
citizens, but you've got in Gaza they're not protected. They're used as human shields.
All the babies and all the children, there's no rationality. No rationality to your arguments at all.
Burnt to pieces in a flimsy tent.
distortion of the conflict is so double standards, and ultimately it reduces well, yeah. I mean, that's the only argument that they rely on. They'll retreat to that argument, no matter how. And you won't answer anything else. Yeah. You're going to get to that.
See you later.
Genocide in Gaza.
Please take a leaflet. We're raising awareness of the appalling situation that is faced by the Gazans and the people in the West Bank. 20,000 children are now slain in Gaza. Hospitals, universities, schools have been specifically targeted. Over 65,000 people are dead, and we are still sending arms to Israel. Everyone can do their bit. You can boycott Israeli goods, you can boycott Israeli institutions, you can sign a petition, you can ring your MP, you can write your MP, you can email your MP, and ask them why are they still supporting this genocide. We know why they're still supporting it. It's all to do with money and power. We need to ask the question. Please take a leaflet, find out what's going on. 65,000 people have now been killed in Gaza. It goes on and on and on. This is a genocidal barbaric regime whose aim is to destroy the Palestinian people. Justice for the Palestinians after decades and decades of struggle, and now ethnic cleansing and genocide. Please take a leaflet. Find out what you can do to raise awareness.
Families of children and babies of Gaza. They've got no baby formula coming through. They're going to suffer and die badly. They need your help. Boycott Israeli goods.
Bombed and now starved. That's what's happening now. Please take a leaflet. Justice for Palestine.